Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Traveling with Bruce. Caffeine-free Diet Coke, nothing to cup. See, it's that's all I drink. Honest to goodness, no additives. How are you, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to Traveling with Bruce. Caffeine-free Diet Coke, nothing to cup. See, it's that's all I drink. Honest to goodness, no additives. It's a nice voice that guy has there, but I get enough of that guy all day long. I don't have to listen to him myself. There we go. I'll just listen to the live version. All right. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Today is, what is today? February the 26th, 2019. But just to show you where my head is at, take a look at this right here. Take a look here. Look at what I've written down. April 26th, 2000. I'm way ahead of you guys. I've just gone way up there. I've just, I can't handle being here for today. I have to be here for tomorrow. I don't know. I just, I get, what can I say? The mind is, well, he's going, I mean, 63, he's had 63 relatively good years. What the hey? Sorry about that, but welcome one and welcome all to the show. I'm glad you're here today. I'm glad you're here to join me. Say hi to me if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you today. Tell me, where are you watching me from? Where is your hometown? What country are you in? If you've never been here before, or if you have, let me know where you are. What's your high temperature today? How's your weather? Here, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's really nice. What's your price of gas? Here, it's god-awful. What are you paying for gas? And did you get an ad today? Who's advertising to you? Welcome to Traveling with Bruce. This is the channel where we like to talk about cruise ships, cruise lines, ports of call, cruise holidays, all that stuff, 6 days a week. It's the only channel on YouTube that does this. I am the daily guy, Monday to Saturday, that talks cruise ships 6 days a week and love it. It's fantastic. I get to hang out with my peeps, which is you guys, and we get to compare notes as to what's going on out there and find out who's doing what and what's going where and why is this and why is that. And it's fantastic. Thank you for joining me from the United Kingdom, from Europe, from South America, from Australia, New Zealand, the United States, Canada, the Caribbean, all over the Caribbean. I have viewers just all over the place, and I love it. Subscriber count for this channel continues to grow. This channel is 18 months and 2 weeks old. So it's 18 and a half months old. This channel started with 0 subscribers, 0 followers, and a creator had no idea what he was doing, really. I mean, he kind of thought he knew what he was doing, but he didn't know what he was doing. As of yesterday, we were at 16,648 subscribers. Right now, 24 hours later, 16,742, another 94 new subscribers in 24 hours. It just astounds me that we're adding 4 an hour. Every hour, 4 new subscribers join in. It can't be the looks. It can't be the face. I mean, can't be the hairdo because, there ain't much. What is it? It's got to be the stories. Got to be fun, and it's got to be the PG rated channel that just keeps them coming back. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're new and you're here, please tell me you're a newbie. Tell me it's your first time watching and everything else. Just come on by and say hi to us. And I love it. The gang will welcome you with open arms. And we love, like I said, we love talking cruise ships. Some of my regulars who are, here every day, they're on a couple cruise ships right now. I know Tom Henry and Paul Wolgas, they're on the Norwegian Dawn right now in the Caribbean, and I'm sure they're having a great old time. I think Nurse Nancy is on a ship right now. It's another one of my regulars. I'm trying to figure out who else. I lose track because, well, with 16,742 kids, I got a big family here. The TWB family, it's getting big and growing every day, and I love it. So if you're on a cruise ship and you're watching me live, let me know. Anybody out there, whether you're in the TWB family or not, if you'd like to become a member of the TWB family, it's free. All you got to do is subscribe. Just hit the button down here or hit the button over here. One of these 2 buttons has a little bell icon beside it. Hit that, and you'll get a notification every time I do a new video. And you would have got a notification today because I did load up a video this morning, and I'll be talking about that shortly. I did a video yesterday, and I've been talking about that video, and that video's had a lot of views. Getting a lot of reactions and comments on it as well. And thank you, those of you who watch my channel, who share videos with your friends on Facebook and other social media. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate that. That helps my channel a lot. Thank you for those of you who comment. Just send me a little note saying, love the video, thought it was pretty interesting, or give me a criticism on it. Don't mind that a bit. Those of you who give me thumbs ups, I really love that on all the videos I've made and the current live show. Love thumbs ups. I need them all. Thank you for those of you who are out there picking up Traveling with Bruce merchandise like this to help support my channel. I get a commission every time you buy one of these. Thank you for those of you going to Amazon.com and buying something on Amazon through my affiliate link, especially those of you who are at work and are able to do that through your offices. Some of those purchases are larger than, you know, what we would do for ourselves. That is a great way to help this channel out. Thank you very much. I get a royalty every time something sells on Amazon through my link. That is just awesome sauce. Awesome sauce is what it is. It's awesome sauce. I love it. And then there's a few of you out there who send me contributions. And today I have to give a shout out again to Peter Heckema. Peter Heckema did a contribution to my channel. He does kind of a, well, he does one every week, actually. He sets up a weekly contribution to my channel through my PayPal donate button, and I cannot thank him enough. I thank him every Tuesday, and today is the day. Thank you, sir, very much for your weekly contribution to this channel. It is just outstanding, your support of this channel, and I can't wait to meet you. There will come a time we shall see each other in person, and a handshake will not do. I will not settle for a handshake. Thank you so much for all of you supporting this channel. As a full-time YouTuber, man, do I appreciate it. This is my full-time gig. Those of you who don't know, I'm a YouTube creator that lives in Creston, British Columbia in Canada, 3 miles north of the border of the United States of America. I can see the U.S. from my house. Unlike Sarah Palin seeing Russia from her house, I can see the USA from my living room. It's just over here. The mountains are gorgeous. Idaho is a beautiful place. And I love to shop at the Costco store in Coeur d'Alene. That's the closest Costco to this house, 2 hours, 20 minutes away. And here, the weather is gorgeous. I mean, we've got a beautiful blue sky today. Matter of fact, I'm going to spoil you today. I don't know if this is spoiling you or not, but I'm going to show you what it's like outside my house right now. I don't know if you're going to see this very well. You're probably going to see my tripod in the way there. I'm just going to wait for the delay to show me what the picture looks like. There we go. There we go. All right, let me go up. So you guys can't see that very well. So let me go up a little bit here, and I think you get a better view of what it looks like outside. It is absolutely stunning. As a matter of fact, I'm going to carry my computer right out here to the living room window. Look at this. Look at that beautiful telephone pole I have right in front of my house with all those wires on it. But can you see those mountains over there? And down there, those mountains down there, that is the United States of America. Smith's Peak just over there. And I think that's Parker's Peak behind that tree over there. But that is Idaho down there. Beautiful, gorgeous day. I hope it's not too bright for you. But you know, it's all right. It's all good. The United States, love it. Thank you to all of my American viewers, my Canadian viewers. All right, is that better? I think the feed is all right. Sometimes it freezes up. We'll have to see if everything is lined up here, but it looks okay. And everything seems to be just fine. Yeah, fantastic. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. I got a little bit of news for you today that I'll share with you folks. And then we'll hang out with each other to compare notes, and I'll answer any questions you've got or comments you want to make. What's going on out there? I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that. I've got 92 of you here so far. That's fantastic. Welcome one and welcome all to the show. A bunch of you are signing in. This is great. I'm just noticing sign-ins coming in. Fantastic. All right. Well, let's do the news of the day. All right. As far as what's happening out there, I read in the New York media this morning, first thing, that the Norwegian Gem cruise ship was supposed to return to New York yesterday She got stranded out in the just outside of the harbor of New York because of very high winds, gale force winds. The ship basically hung around probably just outside of Long Island itself, and sought some shelter there, waiting to work its way into the harbor in New York. Now, the ship, as far as I can figure out, the ship was on a 10-day cruise and was coming back to basically unload passengers and then reload and leave port yesterday afternoon. That was the deal. Didn't get in yesterday, didn't get in until very early this morning. And from what I understand, the ship started to disembark passengers this morning around 6:30 in the morning. And then they announced to passengers that the embarkation process would begin after 9:30 in the morning this morning. So people who thought they were going to be on the ship yesterday afternoon didn't get on the ship yesterday afternoon. They had to wait till this morning. Not very convenient, obviously, for a lot of folks who'd flown in probably and hoping to, not have to worry about a hotel or anything. Don't know where they stayed. Don't know how it worked out. I don't have anyone here. If anyone here is on the gem, can talk to me about what happened. Tell me, what did you go through to get on the ship? Or those of you who were on the ship, let me know what it was like to be on the ship yesterday. How were the conditions? That would be fantastic. But anyway, last I just saw about half an hour ago, the ship still is in harbor in New York. I'm sure the new passengers are on, the old passengers are off, and they will wait for clearance to leave the harbor later today. That could be probably even now as we're speaking. Wouldn't be surprising to me if they're already now in the water. So that was the word on the gem. I don't know about any compensation being offered to passengers who were, missed a day's cruising. There might be some kind of compensation being offered here. We'll find out. But so far, that's all I've got on the gem. It's not like a catastrophic problem, but it was a 24-hour delay to get people off and people on, which means people missed flights last night, and people were stranded on the pier at the terminal building, hoping to get on a cruise ship, and they weren't. And there was no cruise ship to be had. So that would have been obviously inconvenient. Meals and everything else all disrupted. Other news today, Tokyo. I've got some news out of Tokyo. Tokyo is hosting the Olympics next year, the 2020 Summer Games. And the city knows, the country of Japan knows, this is not a secret, they are short of hotel rooms for the expected number of visitors to come to Tokyo for the entire event. They estimate they're going to be 14,000 hotel rooms short of being able to house everyone that's expected to come. And one of the solutions to this problem has been bringing in cruise ships to literally dock in Tokyo during the entire summer games time frame. 2 ships have already been contracted, one from Princess Cruise Lines, the Sun Princess, the other one from MSC, the Lyrica. Between the 2 of them, it looks like they have about 2,000 rooms, roughly 2,100 rooms between the 2. That only solves 1/7 of the issue. Other cruise lines have been in discussion with the Olympic Organizing Committee for Tokyo. Also, I believe a number of cruise ships are about to announce excursions or sailings to Japan, where they will stay in harbor for extended periods of time to, again, help alleviate. But I heard, and I was reading this morning, that just on the Sun Princess, to give you an idea of what we're talking about here, per person to stay on the Sun Princess in harbor, $270 American per evening is the minimum rate per person. So an inside room on the Sun Princess, which is a 24-year-old cruise ship, you're talking 540 American a night. You can add a lot more to that for other features and other amenities, and you haven't even got a ticket to any of the events. So we're talking probably $1,000 US a night per couple minimum to take in the Olympics in Tokyo. Can you see why a lot of cities are passing on why they bother hosting these games? They're just impossible for the average fan to really appreciate, to get to. These are unbelievable prices. You can imagine that the land-based hotels, they're just as bad, if not worse. They've been sold out for years. There's probably a whole bunch of speculating going on already, where blocks of rooms have been picked up by travel agents and they're just gouging the public to no end. It happens every time. This is not new. This is an Olympic thing. And as I say, some cities are backing off and not interested in getting into this game because it's a money loser. When it's all said and done, you have to spend so much on security to pull off the event. The television revenues are great, but they just don't offset the cost of hosting the entire event. Japan can afford it. Are the taxpayers going to be happy? I don't know. Will they ever know the real bill when they see it? I don't know. But we'll have to see if other cruise ships will be brought in for this exact reason, shortage of rooms. We're going to find that out. That's the second piece of news. Third piece of news has a little bit to do with the video I posted today, but not necessarily. So let me explain to myself. What happened here was I did a video this morning about the announcement that was made yesterday by the Bahamian government, where they announced that they have chosen Global Port Holdings as the entity to redevelop the port in Nassau for passenger cruise ships in downtown Nassau. It's a $250 million project to revitalize and redesign and rebuild the entire facility. They want to make it passenger friendly, cruise ship efficient, and world class. This is in reaction to, of course, a number of things going on. Those of you who are regular cruisers, you know what I'm going to talk about. Those of you who are not regulars, let me enlighten you as to what's been happening. In Nassau, in the Bahamas, we're talking about a city of 250 to 300,000 people, give or take. The country has maybe 350,000 in the entire country, 400,000. They have 700 islands. The Bahamas are a beautiful, beautiful place. The outlying islands and the other areas are just fantastic. But Nassau, the actual capital city in the heart of the country, is a city that is exploding in population. And there's only so much room to do what you're going to do, to live your life. And the beach is all gone. It's all been scooped up by hotels and resorts over the decades, of course. And Nassau has always been up until a few years ago, probably 20 years ago, it was a charming place to visit. But when cruise ships reach a certain size and you get a certain volume of cruise ships coming into a port like Nassau, it becomes a victim of its own success. And Nassau right now has got a lot of people flying in from jet planes around the world. People go to Paradise Island and stay at the Atlantis Resort, which is humongous. They then stay at the beach resorts along the various beaches that they have, which again are plenty. And now we have the cruise ships coming in. And it's not uncommon for a typical day to have 3 to 5 cruise ships parked or docked right downtown in Nassau on the piers that they've been built, the docks. And you're talking about maybe 15 to 20,000 people, on most days, certainly in the winter. The problem is that a lot of these folks don't want to get off these ships unless they have an event planned, unless they've got something booked through the cruise line. They're not getting off the ship because the reputation of downtown Nassau is not all that pleasant. For those of you who have never been there before, it is a chaotic scene right outside the port facility. Inside the port facility, it's fine. Inside the port facility, you're behind gates. Only passengers with the passports and have ship passes are allowed in there. But like any tourist, you want to get out and you want to walk the streets of downtown Nassau, look around. What you do in, say, downtown San Juan, Old Town San Juan, is you head on shore, walk around a little bit, maybe find a Starbucks or a Burger King and grab a drink, a coffee or a cola, or some fries or whatever, hit a couple T-shirt shops, look around, head for the fort, see the sights. In downtown Nassau, you've got to kind of walk a bit of a gauntlet. It's a bit of an issue. There's the straw market there, which has been there for years and years and years, filled with entrepreneurs who are trying to make a living. They are offering goods there for sale that, well, frankly, in the last number of years have become made in China goods, and they're not really native to the Bahamas. You're not getting a Bahamian cultural experience that maybe you were counting on if you're going to go through the straw market. And then just outside the straw market, you can see all of these individual people who are desperately trying to pay bills, who are trying to sell you anything you can buy, whether it's a hat, a T-shirt, a piece of luggage, jewelry, anything. Please buy something from me. I got to feed my family. And these folks are in unlicensed sidewalk type setups that the police try to control, but it's literally impossible to do because there are so many of them. And it's not politically popular to, arrest people who are trying to survive. For the tourist and for the passenger on the passenger ship, it's not a fun experience. You're feeling like you're constantly being hustled, constantly being approached. You're constantly having to say no, no, no. You feel like you've just got people begging for you to buy something, and it's not a fun experience. A number of passengers have complained about being harassed. Others complained about being assaulted, being verbally abused. Some have been physically abused. Some have had purses snatched. There have been the snatch and grab kind of scenarios. Others have had incidents of violence. The U.S. government today, or I think it was yesterday afternoon, reissued a level 2 security advisory, travel advisory to the Bahamas, and specifically Nassau, for American travelers by air and by ship for cruise passengers. This is another year that the U.S. government has issued this advisory. It is a heightened alert. Be aware of your surroundings. Understand there have been issues downtown. There have also been issues on Paradise Island. There have been issues over the years with some of the operators of the jet ski operation people. There have been a number of physical altercations and some sexual attacks. And I won't go into the gory details, but it's on the U.S. government State Department website, and it has been reestablished again. It's just been, renewed. The island is desperate to eliminate this level 2 advisory, but they just aren't able to do it because with 3+ million people a year coming through Nassau and 300,000+ people trying to survive, some of them do very well for themselves, but many are on the edge. And there are a number of people there who are surviving on activities that are not necessarily frowned upon by the courts or the police services. So how about that? Some are into the stimulant business, and they find willing buyers sometimes from cruise ship passengers who are interested in acquiring some stimulants that really they shouldn't be partaking in. But living on the edge, people are on the wild side. What are you going to do? With 20,000 passengers coming in, not all passengers coming into these harbors are, looking for a church service and a prayer activity. They're looking for some fun and action and living on the edge. And some are pushing the line a little bit. And there are those on the shore willing to help them go there. But they're not necessarily of the Better Business Bureau kind of people. So got to watch yourself. Anyway, the government, with this $250 million announcement to redo the entire port facility in downtown Nassau, they had 3 groups going for the contract to try to make this happen. The cruise lines had formed a consortium to try to convince the government to let them be the lead guys to make this happen, like the cruise lines have been the lead people on their own private resorts and islands throughout the Caribbean, including a number of resorts in the country of the Bahamas. But the public felt that some of these islands and resorts that are being run right now by Disney, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Carnival, and others, some of the Bahamians feel that they're giving up sovereignty to their lands, and they really don't know if they're getting a good deal or not from these cruise lines with respect to what they get out of it when they lease a piece of beach or an island to a cruise line for 99 years, allow the cruise line to develop it, run it. Is there any money coming back to the country? Now, Disney has made a serious point to say, look, we're running our resort. I'm sorry, my computer's just kind of flashed at me, so it kind of took me off my train of mind. Disney is running Castaway Cay, and they are employing Bahamians to work there. And the Disney folks are quick to point out, look, the wage that we're paying our employees with benefits is more than double the average wage of any Bahamian anywhere else. Don't tell us we're not contributing to the welfare of this island. We can't hire 5,000 of them. Can't hire 5,000 Bahamians to look after a ship of 2,500 people, so many days a week. However, the Bahamians that work here have steady work. The checks don't bounce. They've been working for us for years. We're going to be here for years to come, and we're now building a second getaway lighthouse point to, bring this forward. And the folks at Paradise Key and Great Stirrup Key and all the other private islands, they're saying the same thing. Look, we hire as many locals as we can. We hire local businesses to help supply goods and services to our spots and our ports to look after our guests. And we're getting a first class, full-blown #1 experience. It's working well. But in downtown Nassau, you can't do that. In downtown Nassau, you cannot just buy half the downtown core, put in your own shops and run it. No, you're going to have to integrate it in. So the government decided, well, rather than have the cruise lines come down here, we'll do it ourselves with this entity, Global Ports Holdings. So they're experts in developing ports in various countries around the world. We'll have them manage this port. It'll be Bahamian owned. The land is ours. The port is ours. It's all sovereign under Bahamian law. But we'll have this entity with a 25-year deal to build it out and manage it. But somehow you have to collect $250 million from this investment. It has to come back. And hopefully there'll be more than that coming back to the government and the entity to make it pay. And this brings me to my little spiel here. Global Ports Holdings runs the dock facilities in Havana for the government of Cuba. They won the right to handle that one. And of course, starting a year and a half, 2 years ago, cruise lines were allowed now to come into Havana with American passengers. So our friends at Carnival and our friends at Norwegian and other cruise lines have been bringing ships to Havana, and they're coming into the port facility that's managed by Global Port Holdings. Here's the deal, though. If you've ever priced out the cost of a cruise to Havana, have you noticed it's a little more pricey than anywhere else? You might have noticed that if you take a balcony room in a cruise ship that includes Havana, you're going to pay a little more than if you don't go to Cuba at all. And that is because the port fee for Havana is $75 a passenger, and that is charged by the government. I believe about 50 goes to the government, 25 might go to Global Ports to handle it. I'm not exactly sure the split, but this is a major source of cash, hard currency, American currency for the government of Cuba that allows them to build out and support their country. Of course, passengers get off the ships and then head into town and spend more. That's even better. Our friends at Virgin Voyages are heavily promoting the fact that they're offering 5-night cruises, which will include an overnight stay in Havana, an overnighter, which has obviously been a negotiated deal between the Branson people and the government of Cuba through Global Ports Holdings to work this deal out. I don't know how many dollars that's going to cost them. I don't know if it's $150 or $100 or $125, but there's been a special deal made for the ship to stay overnight in Havana to allow the passengers to stay late in the evening in downtown Havana. This is going to be an interesting thing to watch. It might change the game going forward. But the bottom line is this: the government of the Bahamas is watching closely what everyone else is doing. And they're saying, well, we have our own private islands, we have our private resorts. We're getting a lease fee from the resorts, from the cruise lines to give them access to this land. They're developing it with their money. They're managing it. They're hiring Bahamians. They're probably collecting some sort of a port fee on top of everything else. But in downtown Nassau, the government is thinking, well, we used to pay cruise lines to bring passengers here. We would charge them $18 a head and then give them money back as kind of a rebate. Now we've taken that rebate away because we need this cash to pay this $250 million upgrade. And it's a serious upgrade that they're talking about here. But perhaps between ourselves and Global Port Holdings, maybe we can up the fee. If we up the value to the passenger that is coming to downtown Nassau. So what will the port charges be 2 years from now when this facility is up and running? 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, 3 years from now, whatever time it takes. Will this fee go from $18 a passenger per day to $50 or $40 or $37.50? What's the number going to be? What will the Cubans be doing a couple of years from now? Will they up their fee from $75 to $100 a day per passenger? Can they get it? Will they reduce their fee if their numbers go down? What happens? There are certain Caribbean countries that are desperate for cruise ships to come, and it's cheap. It's $5 a passenger, $2 a passenger. Just come here. We'll literally let you come here for nothing, because we want the business. There are other countries who, like the Caymans, are going, they're coming no matter what we do. I mean, the Caymans, they have to come in by tender, and they're still coming by the millions. What can I say? That's all good there. So certain countries don't need the help. Certain countries need the business. The Bahamas has this wonderful advantage. They're 50 miles away from the U.S. mainland, if that, and cruise lines don't have to burn a lot of fuel to get people to a different country and adhere to the Jones Act by getting them to Freeport or to Nassau. So if the Bahamas can offer enough value in downtown Nassau with what they're talking about building, they're talking about a 10,000 seat outdoor stadium for concerts. They're talking about an outdoor movie theater experience. So they're obviously talking about longer stay privileges for cruise ships. In other words, cruise ship will come in at say 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, will dock, people will wake up, have breakfast, get dressed, and they'll tell the passengers, we're not leaving until 10 o'clock tonight. We're not leaving until 11 o'clock tonight. You have to be back on the ship at 10 o'clock. We're leaving at 11 because we have an outdoor concert being held at this venue over here for 10,000 people. 3 cruise ships with 3,000 passengers each will be utilizing the 10,000 seats for a concert. Whoever the artist is, whatever the artist is, whatever the entertainment is, the global ports people are wanting to work with the cruise lines to say, we're going to put an experience together on shore here. But this facility is not in downtown Nassau where the public is. This is a gated area for the port that the global people will be running. So we're going to have to watch to see how this all comes out. Now, I've been asking myself, hey, what if I were the president of a cruise line? And I've just spent, like, say, Royal Caribbean, I've just spent $200 million to develop Coco Key, the perfect day at Coco Key. I have at Coco Key a pier, my own dock, that can handle 2 Oasis-class ships at a time. And I've just put in all the water park rides, the zip lines, the cabanas. I've put a stadium in there. I've put in a 5, 7, 10,000 person performance area myself for my own passengers. Why would I bother going to downtown Nassau? Because I've already announced that starting in 2021, Royal Caribbean is going to overnight cruise ships at Coco Key. Interesting. I'm on the Oasis of the Seas, or I'm a passenger on the Symphony of the Seas, and I've got a 4-night cruise to the Caribbean out of Miami, or Fort Lauderdale, or out of Port Canaveral, and we're stopping at Coco Key. Perfect day at Coco Key, but it's actually a perfect 2 days at Coco Key. We're staying overnight. So we've gone 1 day at sea. Next morning we wake up, we're at Coco Key. Next morning we're waking up, we're still at Coco Key. I was at a concert last night with 7,000 other people, all Royal Caribbean passengers in a enclosed, secure environment. Not a bad deal for a passenger. Now we're going for a 1-day sail, maybe over to Labadee, and there's a private island there. We're going to have a 1-nighter at Labadee, and then it's 1 day back at sea, back to Miami, and there's my 4-day cruise. I never went to downtown Nassau, never had to bother with it. Why would Royal Caribbean go to downtown Nassau if the port is being run by Global Port Holdings and not being run by the consortium of the cruise lines that wanted to do this in the first place? This is where this little thing comes up in my mind. A little thingy is coming up. How successful can it be if there are already 8 to 10 places cruise lines can go? Example, MSC's built their own island. They can do overnights on their own island if they want. Disney is going to have 2 properties in the Bahamas, both run by themselves. Why bother going to downtown Nassau if you can spend one day at one place, one day at the next, have a sea day, and go back to the USA? I'm wondering. This is going to be an interesting thing to watch and follow. There's a lot of dollars on the line here. There are billions, and I'm not kidding, with a B, billions of dollars being spent by all the cruise lines combined to build private facilities in the Caribbean for their clientele, for safety, for cleanliness, for efficiency, and for pricing and profits. Let's not forget these companies are in business to make money. But the passengers have insisted the cruise lines give them peace of mind, security, cleanliness, first world comfort. We want the bathrooms to be as clean as the bathrooms in Disney World. I don't want to have to go to a private resort in the Bahamas and walk into that toilet area over there and walk out disgusted. That's not going to happen. Cruise lines will lose millions if they did that. So, of course, the facilities on these private resorts will be spotless. The chefs preparing the food on the buffet inside one of the pavilions, right on the private resort, will be first class, will be spotless. You will not find flies in there. It'll be perfectly clean. The folks who run the barbecues, cooking the burgers and the steaks, there will be no problems there. That's what the passengers want. The passengers are paying to get it. The cruise lines are more than happy to deliver it. Downtown Nassau is different. What happens when you get off the ship? Are you going to hang out just in that little enclave that they've gated off for you? What is the reaction going to be of the downtown merchants who've now been cut off from all that traffic? They see 5, 6, 7 cruise ships sitting there. There's 25,000 people that could be there, and none are coming outside those gates into downtown Nassau. How can Nassau make any money or get any of this action for themselves? In the meantime, don't forget, today there are the desperados just outside the gates selling anything you want to buy. You want to buy a watch? They open the trench coat. I got watches. Anything you want. Those folks are not going to be allowed inside that facility once it's up and running, the $250 million facility. How's this going to play itself out? This should be most interesting. Anyway, in the meantime, like I said, the U.S. government has reissued a level 2 security advisory, travel advisory to passengers coming in by plane and by cruise ship. Americans are warned of increased crime in Nassau and the area around Nassau. Be forewarned, it is not a wise thing to go wandering off into certain neighborhoods on your own, or just the two of you alone. Not a good idea. You should stay in groups. You should be wary of what's going on. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not anti-Bahamas. I am pro-Bahamas. I am hopeful the Bahamas will have a fantastic recovery and a tremendous return for this capital that they're investing into their own port facility. I'm hoping it works out for them, but I keep reading a lot of commentary from people who are upset over all these years now. It's been, 15, 20 years that Paradise Island was created with the Atlantis Resort, and a lot of Bahamians don't feel Atlantis gives them much of a return on their investment. I find that quite fascinating. I would have thought there are a ton of Bahamians employed there. I thought that the deal was, when Atlantis was built and eventually expanded, which it's been done, that many, many jobs would be created, to build it, and to now maintain it and to run it. But are the jobs the Bahamians are being offered low-level jobs? Is that the problem? Are they room cleaning type jobs, not management? I don't know. What kind of jobs can be had for Bahamians from this $250 million cruise port in downtown Nassau? I don't know. And I'm having a tough time trying to figure out anywhere else in the Bahamas where cruise ships go. Anywhere else in the Caribbean, I should say, where cruise ships go. Let's see, let's say Mexico. Let's say Cayman Islands. Say Barbados, Tortuga. Name it. Just name any one of them. Tell me the kind of jobs that are created by cruise ships at any of these ports throughout the Caribbean that are specifically catering to cruise ship passengers. We don't need stockbrokers. We don't need diamond merchants. We don't need accountants. What do we need? If there's 4,000 passengers coming off a cruise ship for 6 hours, What do you got to have? You got to have taxi cabs. You got to have buses with bus drivers. You've got to have tour operators for tour operators. You got to have golf courses, maybe, if you want to get around a golf in. Maybe you got to have some sport fishing boats for some sport fishing. What else? You're going to go for a drive around an island and see some specific sites. Great. We're not talking about the kind of jobs that pay $100,000 a year. How can they? How can these jobs pay that kind of money? They just don't. And how many do you need if you've got a bus of 50 passengers going out to see the countryside? Maybe you're going to go horseback riding somewhere in the country. Great, great. You know, you got the farmer, you got the horses, you got the handlers, you got all fantastic. But these folks are going to get minimum wage. They're not going to get $60,000 a year plus benefits. That's just not going to happen because the tourist is not going to pay $200 for a 4-hour outing to ride a horse. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to go now. I think I'll stay on the ship, because for me, $200 that might be great, but for my wife and 2 children, $800 for no, that's not going to happen. Snorkeling in the Cayman Islands. Look, we love to go snorkeling in the Cayman Islands. We love to go to Stingray City in the Cayman Islands. We love to go to Hell. We love to go to 7 Mile Beach, but we do it because it's affordable. And it's a great deal. And it's a great way to kill a few hours on shore and have some fun, get the kids running around, burning off some energy. That's what you want. But we're not going to drop $500, $600, $700 willingly every day we go off a ship to these different islands. We're going to be picky about it. And with the cruise lines now having all these amenities on the ship, especially for the kids, why even get off the ship, especially if a wave runner on a Royal Caribbean ship, or the rock climbing wall, or the tubes, or the water slide? Why take the kids off the ship with all that going on? They don't even want to go off. There's nothing to get, nothing to see. So downtown Nassau is up against it from many angles, and it's an ambitious plan. I hope it works out well for the island. I hope it works out well for the country, and works well for the passengers. We'll follow it. We'll stay on top of it, but we will also follow travel advisories from governments. I know the Canadian government has put warnings out to Canadians who are cruise ship passengers to a number of islands in the Caribbean and through Mexico and other places. Be careful out there. Watch yourself. Anyway, there you go. There's my little personal opinion and little take on things as to what's going on out there. I hope I didn't bore you too much. I hope you found it somewhat informative. 102 of you still here. I appreciate that very much. I got 50 thumbs up, so I guess I'm not boring everybody. Thank you for the 50 thumbs up. Please join my Facebook group page. Those of you who don't know, I have a Facebook group page called Traveling with Bruce, where my peeps hang out between live shows over there, and I would love to have you come and join me. I will be more than happy to welcome you in the group. Just ask to join. Be more than happy to let you in, and you can see the postings that we do there. And a lot of photos are posted from my viewers of their trips, favorite cruise ships they've been on, islands they visited, countries they visited in Europe, trips from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. I love it. The more the merrier. Please join Traveling with Bruce there as well. And thank you for joining me here. 53 thumbs ups now are come in. Can I complain? No. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that very, very much. I hope that that helped you today with some of the advisories and what's going on out there. Like I say, Tokyo, the Bahamas, and the Norwegian gem and its issues. See what's going on with the gem as the day goes on. Anyway, who is here? Who has come by to say hi to me? Let's find out. And who's new? Are you new? Tell me if you are. Let me know where you're watching me from, because that would be great. Brittany Lockwood is signed in already. She said, I'm just here to give you thumbs ups. Brittany, thank you. Paul Wilson is here. Hello, Bruce and everybody. Thank you for correct my typing. I enjoy your show. Paul, you're always welcome. Glad you're here, buddy. Roger Leonard, 45 and sunny in the great first state, Delaware, I believe is the great first state. I think it's Delaware. Who do I have here? I have Mohd Roshdi Abdul Rashid. I hope I've said that right, because, you know, if you don't know, I'm terrible with names. Terrible. He says, I say hi to you. Scott Weber, hi, Bruce. Today, 60 degrees, cloudy in Palos Verdes. Patricia Williams, hello from Virginia. Hi, Patricia. How you doing? Welcome from Virginia. Timothy Roy Madonna Taylor. Hi, Bruce. Snoring in Cleveland. No, I think it's snowing in Cleveland. It's not snoring. Snowing in Cleveland. Gas $2.33 a gallon. QuickBooks ad. See, there's the deal. You tell me where you're watching from. What's your high temperature today? What's the price of gas? And did you get an ad? There you go. They're right all in one line. How about that? Kelly Kennedy. Hi from Halifax. Kelly, welcome from the beautiful gorgeous city of Halifax. Those of you who live there all the time, you may not appreciate it. Of course, you know, when you live in a certain spot, after a while, you just kind of get used to it. But those of us who come to your city from outside, we just go, wow, this is unbelievable. What a beautiful place Halifax is. Those of you out there who've never been on a cruise to Canada in the fall, you want to get one of those New England cruises that stops in Halifax. You gotta do it. It is spectacular. Welcome, Kelly from Halifax. Vivian, evening all, been lovely day, hottest winter day ever. It hit 71 Fahrenheit in UK. 71, you've got the warm weather. We got the Arctic vortex over here. Fantastic, Vivian. You deserve that because you've had cold weather the last little while. Thank you so much for joining me from the UK. Ed Tolson, hello, Bruce and all. Cold, 35 in the Bronx, in the Big Apple. That's where the vortex is. And he's got it, and it's been windy. Frank is here from Texas. Welcome, Frank, from the beautiful state of Texas. Glad you're here, buddy. Roger Leonard, ad today was a travel ad for Delaware. I'm already here, man. I'm already. They don't want you to leave. They want you to get out there and see your own state. That's what's going on, or maybe convince relatives to come and see you. Maybe that's what's going on here. Vivian, hi, Ed. Kimberly Vito is saying hi to me. Kimberly, how are you? I'm going to a cruise in August 2019. Kimberly, this is awesome. Tell me, Kimberly, where are you going? What ship are you going on? And where are you headed? Tell us all about it. We want to hear this. This is fantastic. Where are you watching me from, Kimberly? If you can tell me, that would be great. Karen Williams, 40 degrees Celsius here today. Karen, did you tell me where you're from already? Where are you? Karen, where are you? Paul McNally, Dublin, Ireland. Paul from Dublin, welcome, buddy. I have a viewer of mine, a regular, who watches me from Cork, Ireland as well. I got several actually over there. And a number of my friends from the UK. I love it. Welcome to the show, Paul. I'm glad you're here. Kelly Hassan, hi all, 64 degrees in Pensacola. Queen Latifah advertisement for a college. How about that? I guess she's making a few bucks on the side there, promoting a college or two. Why not? Yeah. Ed Tolson, hello, Vivian. Vivian, hi. How you doing there, Ed? Sylvan Forrest is in the house. Hi, Bruce. And everybody, 76 degrees and rain in Delray Beach. It's raining in Florida. Thumbs ups and smash that subscribe button, everybody. Rain doesn't stop. Rum and Coke and cigar. It doesn't stop that. Just because it's raining, it doesn't stop my rum and Coke cigar. Right on, buddy. Barbecue, spare ribs, and Spanish rice for dinner. So good. Sylvan is looking for a traveling buddy. He's on a cruise this September on the NCL. Is it the Getaway or the Breakaway? I forgive me, Sylvan, for not knowing. Tell me, have you got someone to travel with you yet? Because Sylvan needs a companion. He's got a balcony room. It's a handicapped balcony room on the ship, and it's September for a week. Who wants to go on a cruise? I think Sylvan scored a seriously good deal. Get in touch with Sylvan. Cat Rose 51 feels like 44. Raining Cat is in Sacramento, California. Welcome, my dear Sylvan. RedBubble ad today. Leandro is here. Evening from the Canary Islands today. 79 Fahrenheit from the Canary Islands. You gotta love it. This show draws viewers from everywhere. 79. If you were kind of curious, hey, I wonder what the temperature is in the Canary Islands today. Now you know, 79, because you came to TWB. Isn't that awesome? Welcome, Leandro. Vivian Sylvan, we got to 71 today. Fatima McCoy. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Fatima. How are you doing? Cat Rose, I will not be here tomorrow. 2 different doctor's appointments. Cat, I hope they go well. Don't take any guff from these guys. Keep them straight. Paul Wilson, I'm at the Dallas. The temperature here is about 60 degrees. I have a delivery here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So you've got some time to relax, get a bite to eat, get some sleep, and do your work. Fantastic, Paul. Vivian, hope you're okay, Cat Rose. Sean Langford, howdy, Bruce. 64 in Tennessee, gas at 218. Game of Sultans ad today. That's interesting. Vivian, hi, Paul. True Janie Sue, hello all. 75 degrees and partly cloudy in West Texas right now. Nice sounding weather, True Janie Sue. I wish it were that warm here. Catherine Hennessy, happy Tuesday, all. Happy to be here. Welcome, Catherine. I'm glad you're here too. Kimberly Vito going to a cruise August 30, 2019. And Cheverell, hello from Cleveland, Ohio. It's around 30 with occasional light snow. Gas is $2.45 a gallon in Cleveland. The ad was for Stella and Chewy dog food. So I know I have pet owners who watch me, and they love talking about their pets on my travel channel, Traveling with Bruce. I see photos of pets all the time. The address for Stella and Chewy dog food makes sense to me. Debbie Manuel, strange. No ad today. Premium is $3.31 at Arco this morning. This is in Chico, California, by the way. And another yucky rainy day in Northern California. Hi, Bruce. Nice to see a show at the beginning. It's nice to see a show at the beginning. Hope no calls come in during the show. Me too. I hope nobody calls me during the show. Welcome, Debbie Emanuel, and I hope you're doing well. It sounds like you are. Timothy, Roy, Madonna, Taylor, and Cheverell. Hi, I'm in Lakewood. What part of Cleveland are you at? We have two Clevelanders here. This is fantastic. Scott Weber, what happened? Touchdown, 821. Hi, Bruce and TWB family. 70 in Phoenix. Nassau, Bahamas, and American Cruise Lines ads recently played on your channel, along with the new Ripple plant-based milk. That's kind of odd. Are you cruising this year? I hope to. I hope to be cruising this year. I don't have any announcements yet to make. This is, of course, February. I'd like to think that in the next month or two, I can make an announcement. And as soon as I'm ready, I will release the details. So stand by. Cat Rose, Vivian. One is my biweekly therapy. The other is to finish yearly checkup and get results of the blood work. Right on, Cat Rose. Catherine, Sarah Palin should move to Russia. They can just have her laugh about it. Scott Weber, your home is beautiful, Bruce. This area is pretty. It really is. Surrounded by mountains, that's for sure. Vivian, Kate, my blood's next Monday. Had them every 2 weeks for 14 months now. Every 2 weeks blood test. Cat Rose, yeah, gonna rain here. That's what's happening, Cat Rose saying. Fly Guy, Catherine Hennessy, yes, send Sarah to Russia, please. Roy Keith, hi from South Carolina, 60 degrees, gas $1.99. So far, you're the winner, Roy, for cheap gas. Right on, buddy. Welcome to the show. Washington County News Station in Utah. Hello, everybody. Washington County, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back to my show. What's the price of gas where you are? Scott Weber, Bruce, what is the drinking age on European cruises? My daughter and I took a cruise in 2008. It went from the UK to Spain, Portugal, France, Italy. 21 was the age. She was 20. It was 21. As far as I know at that time. What have we got here? Vivian in High Washington from the UK. Debbie Manuel, hi, Cat. Been super windy here as well. Vivian, Scott Weber, 18. Cat Rose, no thanks, Cat Rose. Wind picking up. Okay, Scott Weber, Vivian, does that mean I would need to buy a drink package for my 18-year-old? Also, if I got one, well, if it's not the 18, if it's not 18, then you wouldn't have to, because you cannot buy a drink package illegally for someone that isn't legally able to drink. So you'll be able to make the argument. You might have to get them a soda package or something like that, but once you're on the ship, you can strong arm them and say, hey, I'm just buying a drink package for me because I got kids with me, whatever. See how it goes. Vivian, well, I would imagine so. Christopher Jones, no, Scott Weber, no one under 21 is required to buy a drink package. There you go. John LeBeau, hey, Bruce, hello all. Raleigh is 62 degrees and sunny today. Gas is $2.37 a gallon. Right on, man. Thank you for that. Vivian, okay, there you go, Scott. Chris Jones says no. Chris Jones, 18 is the international minimum, but cruise lines sailing out of the USA are required to follow 21 plus. Scott Weber, I know about the Olympics 2028 will be in LA. Don't know if I'll still be living here though. Wow, that's ways, isn't it? Leandro, this is the same problem happened at Sochi Winter Olympics in 14. They had 4 cruise ships chartered during those games. Yeah, they seem to be doing that lately. Exactly. Cat Rose, Scott. Peter Heckema, hi, Bruce. A rainy day in Tarpon Springs today. 69 degrees. Gas has shot up to $2.49 a gallon. That's crazy, Peter. Peter, thank you again for your contribution through my PayPal donate button that came through again today. Thank you for that, as always. Love it. Welcome, sir. Scott Weber, Christopher Jones, July 28th. I will be sailing out of Amsterdam. Nice going, Scott. Mike Medina, first-time cruiser, can't wait. Any new updates on Navigator of the Seas? It should be ready for late April trip. I hope so. It should be, without question, should be ready for you. First cruise will be March 1, if I recall. Should be ready for that. So by the time you get on it, it'll be ready to roll. You'll have no problem with that one. Christopher Jones, which cruise line though? Carl Peterson, hi, Bruce and TW family. Hi, Carl. Fly Guy, Scott Weber, are you staining, what is that? Are you a round trip from Amsterdam, or are you starting a round trip from Amsterdam, or are you starting from somewhere else? You're going to be in Amsterdam, but you started from somewhere else. Where's your cruise starting from? That's what he's trying to say. Sailing, where are you sailing from? Christopher Jones, doesn't matter, Jay. Scott Weber, round trip back to back to Amsterdam is sailing Norway, England, Scotland, and Iceland. Nice. Nice going, Christopher Jones. What cruise line? All America. Oh, that's going to be nice. Nice, really nice cruise line. Cat Rose. Scott, color me Major League jealous. That would be a dream cruise. Roger Leonard, Scott, sounds like a nice itinerary. Christopher Jones, All America allows 18 out of some ports in Europe for drinking. For that, Christopher Jones, for that question, you'll want to check with All America or see if it requires that you buy your 18-year-old the package when you purchase it online. If it doesn't make you buy, you're in the clear. Scott Weber, Christopher, does that same work with the casino? No, the casino is 18 on most cruise lines. Brooklyn, hi Bruce, loving your show. Have I missed, or will you do a segment on solo travel? Haven't done a segment yet on solo travel. I should do one on solo travel. I get asked about it quite often. I've got a cruiser right now, Sylvan Forrest. He has booked a cruise for this September out of Miami, 7-day cruise on Norwegian. He is in need of a cruise buddy. Doesn't have one. He's on his own in a balcony, handicap balcony. Needs a cruiser. So if somebody wants to go on a cruise, Sylvan is ready to go. He's one of my longest followers on this channel. But solo travel, Brooke, I think I'm going to have to do something about solo travel because I get asked for it quite often. Christopher Jones, no permission or supervision needed. He says, Scott Weber, my daughter will like that. She is not so interested in alcohol, but interested in slot machines. She's going to like this. Christopher, just be careful. They're set up for profit and little payout. But hey, lady luck, you never know. Catherine, cruising in June, one of my ports is Belize. Is it safe? If you go on a group cruise, you're fine. Go on your own, I can't tell you. If you're in a private resort, when you get there, you'll be fine too. Cat Rose, Scotland, I will be there someday. Iskew Park, hi Bruce, hi fellow subbers, YouTubers. It's Iskew in Thunder Bay, Ontario. 25 below Celsius right now, sunny. Gas $1.17 a liter. $1.17 a liter times 3.7 liters to the U.S. gallon. You're talking about probably $4+ a gallon Canadian for a U.S. gallon. So $2.85-ish, $3 U.S. a gallon for gasoline. Not cheap. Thunder Bay, minus 25 Celsius. That's cold, very cold. That is below 0 Fahrenheit. Not pleasant. Welcome, Iskew. Stay indoors, stay safe, stay warm. Vivian, Scotland is okay. As Christopher Jones, Catherine, Belize is pretty safe. Second largest reef in the world. Amazing snorkeling. There you go. Catherine, thanks, Christopher. Cat Rose, Vivian, want to meet cousins. Christopher, it's called Barrier Reef Goff's Key. Gay Ty is here. Gavin is here. Good morning, all. 40 Celsius here in Australia today. It's hot in Australia. Gavin, welcome. I hope you're staying indoors to stay safe. Keep yourself nice and cool and enjoy a beverage or two. Vivian, what part of Scotland? Sylvan, in Belize, Harvest Key is safe. Belize itself, not so much. Been there, didn't get off the tender. Catherine, I see mixed reviews. Scott Weber will be in Edinburgh for that tattoo, he says. Christopher Jones, Harvest Key is only available to Norwegian cruisers because they own it. Iskew, Cuba is one of the safest places to walk around away from any resort areas. We've been visiting Cuba since 1986, made 4 visits so far, never met anyone who bothered us or made us any threats. I hear good things of Cuba too. Very, very good. Mr. Grumpy, suburban Chicago, 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Gas is up to $2.50 a gallon. Holland America cruise in October. 2 of the shore excursions that I wanted to go on my cruise are already booked up. Oh, man, I'm on the wait list for those cruises. Oh, man, Mr. Grumpy, hang in there. Vivian, oh, lovely, Scott, you will like that. Gavin, you guys should try the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Yeah. Sylvan, been there 3 different times just for the tender ride. Call me scaredy cat if you will, says Sylvan regarding Belize. Fly Guy, Gavin, if I ever sail to Australia, I would love to see and visit the Great Barrier Reef. Christopher Jones, Catherine, it's better to watch vlogs from frequent cruisers. I could throw some your way if you'd like. If you see for yourself, that sometimes is better than trusting people's writing. Yeah, go to YouTube and check out people who've done videos about Belize and see what you find. Gavin, yes, better beaches, less people. Cat Rose, it's Cat nearest to, is that nearest to Inverness? Gavin, Pacific Islands still retain their ex culture. Christopher Jones, got to run back to work, you guys. Thanks for the news, Bruce. My brother, Fly Guy, can answer a few questions if he knows the answer to. Thank you, Christopher, popping in. Iskew, Cuba has laws that prevent hotels, resorts from building any buildings within 50 meters of the beach. You'll notice a line of bush and jungle between the surf and the hotels for a good reason, to retain the land, keep it natural. That's what you do. We don't do that in Florida. We don't do that in Alabama. It's not done in Georgia. But yeah, that's the way it's done in Cuba to preserve the land. It's expensive. Adam's Airplane Videos is saying, hi, hey, Adam. AJ Walsh just booked Royal Caribbean cruise for the perfect day at Coco Key. Right on, AJ. Sherry Awesome. Hi, Bruce, and hello, everybody. Hello, Sherry Awesome Sunsets Travel. Fly Guy going on Royal Caribbean to Nassau next month. Bruce, most likely will be my last cruise to that port. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Vivian, Cat, do you mean Inverness? Cat Rose, yes, I do. Vivian, nice. You will like it. Bill Musselman, hi, Bruce. Sorry, I'm late. From the country of New Jersey. Well, you know, customs in New Jersey can hold you up. Welcome, welcome, Bill. Scott Weber, hi, Bill. Roger Leonard left New Jersey so I can spend more time on cruising. Glenn Bennett, I am new from Oregon. Welcome, Glenn, from Oregon. Beautiful state, too. Gorgeous. Fly Guy, I'm new from Houston. Welcome, Fly Guy from Houston. Linda Moore, love you tell it like it is. I really love it. You tell it like it is. All aspects covered with common sense comments. Great job, Bruce. Linda Moore, thank you for that. I keep mentioning to new folks who don't know this channel, if you don't know me, hang around a while, you figure it out. I am not employed by anyone in the travel business. I'm not a travel agent. I am not a employee of a cruise line. I'm not with a hotel group. I'm not with an airline. I am an independent YouTube creator. Happens to love to travel, love traveling, love cruise ships and going on cruises, and love to talk about it 6 days a week with my viewers. And I do videos in between to kind of keep you posted on what's going on. I'm kind of a news source, I suppose. I'm a bit of a journalistic type kind of guy, I guess, but I have my personal opinion on it, or my take on it, and some people like it, some people don't. Some people agree with me all the time. Some people agree with me some of the time. Some people never agree with me. It's okay. I kind of give it to you as I see it. I see these press releases come out all the time from cruise lines, and I will see articles written about an announcement that's been made by cruise line, and I'll read the announcement. I'll go, man, that's got to be someone being paid to say this, because there's no objectivity to it. It's just so kumbaya, like people standing around the fire singing kumbaya. Everything's great. I kind of take the upside. I kind of look from the outside in. I try to kind of look from over here to see, well, what does this mean? What is this? Why is this being done? Why is it being said the way it's being said? Why is it being done the way it's being done? And well, it's my way. I tell it as I see it, the way I think it is. And well, I hope you like it. That's all I can say. But I'm open to comments from the other side anytime. Just be respectful and keep it PG, please. Alrighty, Cat Rose, hi guys. Adam's Airplane Videos, 8 below in Toronto. Yeah, 8 below Celsius. Not fun. We're in the low 20s there. Vivian, hi newbies. Melanie Dumas from North Miami Beach, Florida. Welcome, Melanie, to the show. I'm glad you're here. You've joined TWB here. I hope you're a subscriber now. I'm welcome you with open arms. 69 thumbs up so far have come in already today. This is awesome. I think we might hit 100 today. This is fantastic. Any of you folks can throw me a thumbs up today. They're free to give away. I'd love if you could do it. If you want to give me a thumbs down, hit it twice. That's how you do it. You hit it once and you hit it again, and then just give me a thumbs up and forget about it, please. That's what I would prefer. Cat Rose, gas prices. I will try to check them tomorrow. That's okay, Cat. Brent Moeller had a message, but he retracted it. Roger Leonard, 100% agree about Halifax. Beautiful city and nice people. Fly Guy, Houston, 61 Fahrenheit. Gas, $1.89. Local shop ad, laughing out loud. Thank you, Fly Guy. you put it all together for me. That's awesome. Cat Rose, it's chilly and rainy here in Sacramento. Dimitri, I believe overnight stays for ships will become more popular. Dimitri, I think you're absolutely right. I believe it too, especially at private resorts like Coco Key. I mean, come on. You're Royal Caribbean. You've got celebrity. You put 2 ships on the pier overnight. You don't have to run the engines out in the open ocean. You keep the folks on the pier. The folks can walk over to that resort all the time they want. You got events going till like midnight or whatever, and then people sleep from 1 in the morning till 7 in the morning, and then the next morning, boom, out they go again. The kids go running. They head for the wave pool, the water slides, the zip lines, and everything else that's going on. The adults are heading for the cabana to just get away from the screaming kids and just relax and have some drinks brought to them one at a time. And then it's time for lunch. You either stroll onto the cruise ship for a bite to eat, or you eat on the island, and you're paying the cruise line for the pleasure. You're renting the facilities, depending on where on the island you're staying. It's a nice little money maker for the cruise line. It's all in-house cash flow. Yes, they do have employees on that spot. They are Bahamians, and they're well treated, well paid, absolutely, because they'll never quit those jobs. They'll be there every day early to start work. They'll never want to leave those jobs because people are happy, having a great old time. Everyone's in a great mood. It's a party town 7 days a week. Weddings, can you just imagine some of the weddings that are going to be held at Coco Key with these beautiful beachside cabanas and everything. I mean, it's just going to be great. And it'll be a pretty good value compared to what kind of a cost you have to pay for a wedding in your hometown. There are people who pay $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 to have a wedding in their home city when you can just, announce to the hey, family, we're getting hitched up and we're going to have the wedding at Coco Key on this date, and we're on a cruise. It's a 4-day cruise, a 7-day cruise, whatever it is, and we can get rooms, inside rooms, ocean view rooms, balcony rooms, from cheap to extravagant, and we're going to be on the private resort at Coco Key for the wedding, and it's going to be catered there, and the entertainment is there, and if it rains, we'll do it under a roof. If it's really bad and windy, we'll just do it on the ship. The wedding will go on, and hopefully we'll have a wonderful time at Coco Key, and everyone can play. The kids are going to love it. They don't care they're at a wedding. I mean, they don't care. They'll be there for the ceremony, and then they're gone, and they're having a great time. What a moneymaker for the cruise line. What a great convenience for the population, the public at large. I think it's going to be a winner, Dimitri. I really do. You're right. Tom Henry. Hi, everyone. Just off the coast of St. Lucia, Tom Henry is live on the show, on the ship. Welcome, my man. Cat Rose, my ad was for basically a TENS machine for the brain. Adams just saw an ad on Spectrum of the Seas. There you go. Kelly, hey, Tom, welcome. I hope you're enjoying your cruise. Tiffany Chase, hi from Dallas. We got 2 Carnival Cruise Lines cruises, 2 Carnival cruises planned for this year. Fantastic, Tiffany. That's going to be great. Welcome from the beautiful city of Dallas. Henry 407, Little Rock, Arkansas 62, gas 203. Hi there, Bruce. Hey, Henry 407. Tom Henry 75.7 degrees here. Hi, Vivian. He says, Vivian, hi, Tom, 71 in the UK. Laura Oder is here. Hi, I'm from Albuquerque, and we are on the Symphony in April. Oh, man, Laura, that is fantastic. You're going to love it. I've heard good things about the Symphony of the Seas. I've had several of my viewers on the ship already. They love it. They just love it. This is fantastic. Debbie Emanuel, hi, Thomas. Hope you and Paul Williams are having a great time. Sylvan Breakaway, September 29th, Western Caribbean, $748 plus taxes. Good deal, great cabin. That is a balcony cabin for $748 for the week. You get to cruise with Sylvan, who's a veteran of cruising. If you've never cruised before, go with Sylvan. He'll show you the ropes. He'll show you everything you need to know, and he will steer you straight when it comes to your food intake. He will steer you straight as to where you get the best food on that ship, so you stay away from the junk and you enjoy the good stuff, because Sylvan knows what he's talking about. Folks, there's an opening with Sylvan Forrest. You can cruise with him for 1 week in a balcony cabin. You got to get a hold of him. Donnell, hi, Bruce and all. About 60 Fahrenheit here today in Cork, Ireland. Hi to the newbies. Hi, Paul in Dublin. No ad today. Welcome, Donnell from Cork, Ireland. As always, glad you're here. Tom Henry, we had a great trip across St. Lucia to the La Soufriere volcano and the Twin Pitons. Tom, that sounds like a pretty good deal. I hope you're posting photos on my Facebook page later tonight. Dimitri, I'll wait till Sylvan will give an extremely good deal for the companion. Then I'll jump on the cruise. I don't think you're going to get that opportunity. I think this deal's going to go, Dimitri. You want it, you jump now. Is drinking package part of the deal? I don't think so. Vivian, hi, Donnell, Tom Henry, Paul will go if Sylvan covers the charges. Yeah, there we go. Cat Rose, hey, Tom Henry, he doesn't know though. Sylvan, I love St. Lucia. He says, Curtis Lee, I keep getting Chevy Equinox commercials, or however you pronounce Equinox, laughing out loud. The car. Dimitri, Sylvan, charge half of the fare to people who flaked on you. Steaming Bean is here. Hi, all. Hey, Steamer. Sylvan, cover the port charges. Could be arranged. Donnell, hi, Vivian. Did you have a wonderful weather as well today? Pity it won't stay. Tom Henry, hi, Debbie Emmanuel. Vivian, yes, Donnell, hottest weather day ever, 71 Fahrenheit, setting a record in the UK today. That is fantastic. Celia Thompson, hi, Bruce. Delivery, sorry, what is that? DeVry University ad today. I got a DeVry University ad. Welcome, Stella Thompson. Welcome. Steamer, my afternoon was wackadoodle today with a strange phone call. Need to grab a can of Mott's Caesars. Caesars are great drinks. I need to get a can of Mott's Caesar. There you go. Sylvan, great cocktail steamer, almost unknown here in Florida. Cat Rose, never heard of it. Anne Chavarel, Timothy, Rory, Madonna Taylor, West Side, also Olmsted Township. Sylvan Forest, Quad Erat Demonstratordom, whatever that means. Steamy Bean, I was on my cruise last year, and this guy traveling with his father looked like 18, 19, 20. Ordered a Shirley Temple. I could not believe it. Kat, I would be ordering non-booze drinks. Kat, Scott, now I'm really, really jealous. Sylvan, my wife used to order Shirley Temples. I told her to cut it out. Are you 9 years old? I asked her. She solved it. Tom Henry, Sylvan Forrest, Paul said he would pay the port fees if you covered the other fee. There you go. There's the kind of traveling buddy you got there. Tom Henry, the Steaming Bean. It's so bad here. We're going to go to dinner. Bye, everybody. Right on, buddy. Sylvan, I have to say, no can do. Cat Rose, have fun, guys. Cat Rose, sadly, now both of my parents are ill. I'm sorry, Cat. Margie Chadwick, hey, Bruce and everybody. Hi, Margie. Scott Weber, I'm so jealous, Tom Henry. Steamer, the closest gas station to Sandy Bay, Saskatchewan is 72 kilometers away, 40 miles to the closest gas station from Sandy Bay, Saskatchewan, where he's hanging out. Sylvan, closest gas station is less than 1 kilometer away, and I find it far. I don't ride on fumes, my friend. Don't ride on the fumes. Curtis Lee, what's going on in Curacao? I heard they're protesting over there. They're protesting about the aid, what's happening in Venezuela. They're more concerned about Venezuela than cruise passengers. So I'm not sure it's a real problem there. It's not a cruising issue. Scott Weber, try running gas in Amboy, California. Nearest gas 50 miles away from Amboy. Yes, don't run out of gas in Amboy. Curtis, you're not in Amboy, right? You don't live there. Scott, try running gas in Amboy. Scott, you're not there. Nina, good evening, everybody. Greetings from Sweden. Warmest day in February ever, 17 Celsius. That would be about 62 to 63 degrees in Sweden. That's very warm this time of year. That is unusually warm. Like Vivian, 71 in the UK. That's a warm day out there, setting records. Laura is saying 211 for regular in Albuquerque, and it's 63 degrees. Nice weather in Albuquerque today. Good price for gas, Laura. Sela, Bruce, I'm so sad. You nailed my name once and haven't gotten it since. Sela, your Detroit neighbor, Sela. I forget. That's the problem. Thank you, Sela, for straightening me out. I need to be straightened out from time to time. I also need a drink. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here, traveling with Bruce. I say cheers to all of you. Caffeine-free Diet Cola keeps me going. We have 74 thumbs ups today. Not a bad number. We used to be happy when we hit 50. Now we're just routinely pushing the upper limits towards 100. It's fantastic. Thank you, everybody. 58 of you are still here with me, which is also a pretty high number this late into the show. I appreciate it. I'm on again tonight at 8 o'clock, by the way, live trivia. We are playing trivia tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So those of you who want to have some fun tonight, not watch boring old stressful television, come and join me for trivia at 8 o'clock tonight on this channel. I'm all locked and loaded. I'm ready to roll. I got some quizzes all ready to go here. Scott Weber, Amboy was a town along Old Route 66 between Needles and Barstow. That's right. I drive through it whenever I would go from Palm Desert, where I used to live, to Vegas. Would drive through Amboy both directions. I would take the desert road through there. Fantastic drive. Beats the hell out of Highway 10 from LA all the way up. I would rather take the road through the desert. It is beautiful and stunning. Amboy is pretty cool. I think U2, the group U2, shot a video there once. I think also, I believe it was the former lead singer of Led Zeppelin. He shot a video in Amboy. That is 20 plus years ago now, a long time ago. Robert Plant is who I'm talking about. Amboy is, you'd recognize Amboy if you drove through it. You go, I've seen this. I've seen this place. It's a town of virtually no one. There is a gas station in town, but it's not operating. It looks like a gas station, but the pumps don't have gas in it. It's more of a little corner store museum place, if that. I'm not even sure. Silva and trivia later. Ribs and rice are ready. Thanks, Bruce. Great show. Thank you, Silva, and we'll see you later. Anyway, yeah, Amboy. I love driving through that desert ride through there. It's beautiful, absolutely wonderful. 29 Palms, and is it Yucca Valley? Gorgeous, just it's fantastic. Anyway, that's my desert, the desert wanting to be in the desert coming out of me. Anyway, thank you for joining me today, everybody. I appreciate all the comments and the interaction we had again today. I'm glad that you've enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed my video that I posted today earlier. Get a chance to see it, please do. If you can share it with your friends, please do on YouTube and other social media. Please do that for me. That would help my channel tremendously. Thumbs ups for that video as well would be great. Steamer U2 album was Joshua Tree. That's right. The Joshua Tree National Park is not too far from there as well. You drive through Joshua Trees when you drive that road to Vegas from Palm Springs. It is incredible. It's beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Steamer 1987. Laura, has anyone been to Coco Key, and is it just for families? Can older people like me enjoy it? You'll enjoy it. Yes, older people can enjoy it too. The beautiful beach, beautiful quiet areas. Very nice. All the facilities, very good. And then the ship is just right there. You can just enjoy the ship. Soon, I think next month, by March, the pier, the dock will be built out. And you can just walk on, walk off the ship anytime you want for Coco Key. We don't have to tender anymore. Very nice. Right now, you're still tendering. So it's a bit of a pain to get back to the ship to tender back. So, when you go back, you're not coming back the other way probably. But once that pier is up, you can walk on, walk off. It'll be great. Should be really nice. Margie, see you later. Thank you, Margie. AJ Walls, Coco Key has everything for every age. Debbie, yeah, no calls. Great show, Bruce. Stay safe, everybody. Toodles. Thank you, Debbie. Steamer, Bruce is a 63-year-old Speedo supporter. That's right. I'm a 63-year-old Speedo supporter. Not that the Speedos support me or anything like that. These don't support me. These pinch me in many areas that I'm not going to describe. I'm just going to mention. But I got a pair of Speedos from Peter Heckema. He sent them to me. I don't know why, but he did. And, well, we've been having fun showing them off from time to time. What can I say? 63-year-old Speedo supporter. What can I tell you? They are kind of the mascot of the show, I suppose. What can I say? Anyway, I'm on tonight at 8 o'clock. It is right now, as far as I can tell, it looks like it's 6:17 in the Eastern time zone. I'm on at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So in an hour and 43 minutes, I will be back on live on this channel to host Traveling with Bruce live prime time trivia. And if you've never been here, you don't know what you're missing. You got to pop in and say hi. Be here or be square. We have a lot of fun on the trivia show. I got a bunch of questions for you, and we let it go. We have some fun doing that. I hope you can join me, and thank you for joining me today. 78 thumbs ups as I say my goodbyes. Thank you for 78 thumbs ups for this telecast and all the support you give me for my channel, from acquiring TWB merchandise to my Amazon link to donations to you name it. I really appreciate it. Who plays with friends? Who plays with friends? I don't know what Steamer's saying. He can't type today. Anyway, he's had a stressful day. He is a school teacher, and it's stressful for him. What can I tell you? Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy. Join me at 8 o'clock tonight. And if not tonight, see me tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern for the latest updates on the cruise world as we stay on top of what's happening out there with all these cruise ships in the water and all the cruises going on. Great to see Tom Henry pop in and say hi to us. He and Paul are having a great time, I am sure. Fantastic. Remember, join my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's. Come on over there and join up. And we hang out there between shows as well. All right, everybody, there it is. Words with Friends. That's what Steamer's saying. Words with Friends. Who he wants us to know who plays Words with Friends. I don't. I don't have the time. I'm too busy with friends here doing this channel. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great evening. See you tonight at 8 o'clock. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. We just hit 80 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Catch you later. Bye for now.